God is not a being, but being itself. So the famous answer given to Moses, right? I am who I am. Moses is asking, what kind of being are you? He's trying to put God in categorical terms. And the answer there is so important because that makes all the difference when it comes to understanding religious language. If we follow Moses and his question, we will inevitably end up in atheism.
When faced with option, will you make the problem worse or become part of the solution? The problem is lack of leaders. Every person poses a challenge, but few are willing to confront reality. The reason? Simple. Everybody's willing to talk, but nobody's willing to lead. And especially times when unity is a must. It's a must. When unity is a must, that's when people's thoughts turn into dust. Everybody got a good plan, but nobody's willing to perfect. Then as soon as someone take that stand and become that first person that reaches out, that touches people from the inside out, they're automatically considered demonic. When someone knows something secretly that never ever been discussed among social groups, they automatically become that person that seek the wrong information from the wrong God. But if we were all made out of God's image, we are the reflection of the divine. Our ability is not limited to our sources that comes from our universe. Our connection is so solid where the only thing that's blocking a good alignment is the fact that you believe it don't exist. Surface level thoughts is the main things that get people in trouble. Because one, it feeds your ego. And your ego tells your subconscious that you're doing just fine. No matter how worse things done got in your life, you could hit a brick wall. Your ego tells your subconscious to run this program. Keep it running. And I ain't even going to tell you an end date to when to shut things down. It's like a factory that only produce more drama. We must stop living under conditions where our mental mind state is held hostages. It's held hostage. Because what happens is it create hostages. It create hostages in your relationship, in your profession, with your kids, with your parents, and with yourself. These mental barriers in our life is the key to self-destruction. We are married to our subconscious, and she's a faithful lover. She loves us very well. That she don't even stop us from hurting ourselves. Because if we tell her this is okay, this is what we want, she's going to create more of it. She's completely committed. And the only thing that knows well for you is your higher supreme being. How many of us have ever thought or have ever been through the process of doing something that we knew we shouldn't do? It felt wrong the whole entire way. But the only reason why we went through with it is because our ego told us to do it. And our self said, stop. You shouldn't do this. Why? Your self asks you questions. How many of us have ever asked our higher self questions? Questions are the guidance to our freedom. When you ask yourself questions, it's the direct communication to your subconscious. Was directly communicate with your higher self, and it creates a life that's structured to successful plans and not self-destruction. I want to say our ego is like a beast. It's like an untamed dragon to just blowing fire everywhere, destroying crops, destroying vegetation, destroying your natural resources. But that's not exactly what it is. It's more like a train going down a track with multiple directions, and you're guiding it and you're leading it to crash into a brick wall because you're leading from the wrong example. You're expressing a temporary emotion instead of feeling what you want to feel, instead of knowing that things is working for you. You're expressing anger out of a situation for instant gratification. You're trying to judge a situation that is not your job to be judged. So these things, it's like reading a verdict. When you follow a script in your life, you find yourself guilty. You find yourself guilty of temptations. You find yourself guilty of greed. You find yourself guilty of shaming other people. You find yourself guilty by not giving it your all when you know you could have did better. And that same opportunity that could have changed your life wind up slipping away. Your energy deserves to be utilized in situations that make your life better and not in situations that will land you in handcuffs, that will block your blessings. We're either spiraling up or we're falling down.